How to get a registered trademark right after this. In many countries, it is possible to register a name as a trademark for certain services or goods. This has an advantage that your competitors cannot use that name or a very similar name or logo for their respective goods or services. Let's use an example. You have a dance studio called Mojo and you have filed for a trademark, and the trademark was registered for services of a dance studio. This will have the advantage that your competitors will not be able to use the name Mojo or a very similar name for operating a dance studio. However, you want to watch out for earlier trademarks to avoid a conflict with similar earlier trademarks, because most offices will not search if there have been earlier trademarks. If you want to learn more about searching for earlier similar trademarks, just go to the link in the show notes, and I posted an earlier video about trademark search. So what do you need to apply for a trademark? First of all, you need the sign, that means the name, for example Mojo, or the logo like the Mercedes star or whatever logo you want to protect. Then you need the name of the applicant that later becomes the owner of the trademark, and the correct address of that owner or applicant. Then you need to also define the goods and services grouped by niche classes. So I will explain later what niche classes are. And then you need money, of course. There's always a filing fee connected with filing for a trademark application. In most offices, you can already file trademarks electronically, for example, with the German Patent and Trademark Office, with the USPTO, or OHIM, that means the European Trademark Office. You can already file your trademark electronically and supply all this information, and even in some cases pay by credit card. So what are the niche classes? All goods and services that you can imagine are grouped into 45 classes. So for example, there's a class where software belongs into, that's class 9, and strangely enough, there's also sunglasses and fire extinguishers in the same class. For some strange reason, I don't know. And then there is another class 16 for all printed materials like books or magazines, and 41 would be the class that would be interesting for our example, dance instructors or dance studios. So any educational services are grouped in class 41. If you want to learn more about niche classes, just follow the link in the show notes, and you can read more about how the niche classes are defined. I also have some homework for you. Did you ever think about registering some trademark and then didn't? What held you back? I would be interested. So I would be happy if you would like the video, share the video with your friends, subscribe to my channel, and most importantly, reap your ideas.